America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to excuse me.
Now, it may get bigger, it may get a little bigger, it may not get bigger at all. We'll see what happens. But regardless of what happens, we're totally prepared.
This is your victory. Now, I know you didn't do this just to win an election. I know you didn't do it for me. You did it because you understand the enormity of the task that lies ahead.
You're not going to believe this. He killed 16 Czechoslovakians. Guy was an interior decorator. His house looked like shit.
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
My old co-host of the Monday Morning Papers. This man has been to more family reunions than most people have family members. He's the guy to call to hide a body, to butcher pretty much anything, and to finish your expired food and booze. It's Skin Man.
Hello. Thank you for muting America's Got Talent and listening to the show. They put the ass in assume and the J-O in hand job. It's TJ and Coast Casey, the middle of the road.
What's up?
All right.
All
I
right.
like that.
I'll take a Skin Man intro.
I like that.
Well, I guess you noticed, and I gave him an intro. Sitting behind me, it's Skin Man, everybody. What are you doing, buddy?
Oh, just living the dream, really.
He was supposed to be here with us Saturday, so I think what this is I could have pretty much texted him anything today and got out of him what I was going for, whatever I wanted. But what I wanted was him here with us.
Yeah, I was supposed to be here Saturday, and it's like, yeah, I haven't been there a while. I feel like I owe you at this point, so here I are.
Just know you owe us nothing.
Nothing. And we feel very special.
We're blessed to have you.
Yes.
Today is 1:30. We're the Middle of the Road podcast. I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Clapper. And we're new on Clapper at the Middle of the Road. What's Clapper, might you say?
Yes, what is Clapper?
It's the adult TikTok.
Huh. So we probably wouldn't get kicked off of Clapper.
That's what I'm assuming. So eventually, I don't know how it works. I heard about it. I signed up for it. So far, we have 0 followers. So if you want to follow us, that's kind of a weird view, but it's the only way I could get it all in, but it's okay.
We just got a new follower on TikTok already.
Boom. There we go.
Buckeye Kid.
What's up, Buckeye Kid?
What's up?
So what's Monday morning, or what's the Middle of the Road? It's a podcast where 2 guys, and now a third,
Yes.
come together and meet in the middle. We got one, I don't know what you are anymore. No, one Republican, one Democrat, one vegetarian, one meat, and I don't know what we are. But we come together, we talk about sports, wrestling, politics, news, fake news, pretty much everything.
All the newses.
An update on Saturday's Royal Rumble specials, what I had written down first. Basically, I had to listen back to see how drunk I got Saturday.
I didn't think you were that drunk, but I guess so.
How I judge my drunk is by my laughing, and when we go back, we'll listen to some.
I did notice that.
You'll really see it, and then a little bit of slurs. It wasn't nothing tremendously bad or nothing, but it was the host of the show probably shouldn't get as drunk as I did by how I felt the next morning. We had Smoothie stop by. We called the OK Taco Show. Our corner guest this week was a guest on that show as well.
Yep.
TJ was in heaven.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't know what.
Mail.
I've got mail. I don't know.
Buckeye Kid shared our live video.
Heck yeah, he did. Thanks,
man.
We're I don't know what we are. I don't know what, but we had a good time Saturday, I think. TJ was in heaven. He was in hog heaven.
Dude.
He got updates on KU game and they won.
Yeah.
His boy, probably top 5 person he would have wanted to win the Royal Rumble won.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, maybe now, I guess.
It's probably, the most 2
storyline-wise, I guess.
Yep.
So.
And then my boy Roman won. So.
Yeah.
You couldn't make that shit up. Like, what? I mean, it's made up, but I mean, like, you couldn't wrote that any better. For them to just beat the holy hell out of Kevin Owens like that, and then for Roman to force Sammy to watch it, and then says, you know what, you go ahead and do it. And finally just pushed Sammy too far, and Sammy just swung on him.
And it's been a year. I was going to say, it's been a year or so that also, which one walked out, Jay?
Jay.
And Jay's been kind of that guy on the edge the whole time.
Yeah, so it all started with Roman pushing him, having all those matches with him until he finally submitted. and then them bringing in Sammy and him not wanting to be him being a part of the bloodline, and then all of a sudden Jay is his biggest supporter, and once Jimmy super kicked Sammy and put him down, Jay just couldn't do it.
Yep.
And he's like, "That's my brother. I'm your brother." He's like, "I'm your little brother. Like we were in our mom at the same time. We're twins." You know.
What you're hearing from TJ now, the excitement and his level of I don't know what you call it, excitement, I guess, or just pure joy that wrestling brings him is kind of what I guess it worked for Saturday because, you know, to be honest with you, I'm a wrestling fan, but I don't know if necessarily E is per se, but he was for that night, and he enjoyed the hell out of just the knowledge that you had. I think you made it a better experience for us to watch it with all the stuff you know outside of wrestling.
Yeah.
So it was a good time. I had a good time.
I wish it could. I could have it for a living.
Well, if we do it right, maybe we can
someday.
spin this off into something that'll work. And if they stop blocking all of our content that we try to do, because that was my take on that. It was my only thing. I did write down a little beef with the WWE, and you know they block everything. And I get it; they want to own their content. But let's be honest, we're a small podcast that is loving on them. And if only thing, we introduced a new fan that probably wouldn't have been one. And
You're welcome, Vince.
And brought in another, I don't know, 8 people that watched or whatever it was, you know. So 26 impressions on Facebook. So what else you got? What was your take of it? We'll get back. We'll circle back around. We're going to let you do a little wrestling stuff here, but
I thought it was great, and
we're releasing that in a 4-part special. So the first part was released last night, and then I'll release the interview with the OK Taco Show and release the women's match, which Skin Man was our caller for that one.
Yeah, how did Dewdrop do?
Dewdrop did heavy.
Dewdrop, I think, made the final 5 or 6,
Okay,
and
so
then
she got a
somewhere in there.
participation ribbon.
Yeah. She was fun to watch. They did make it a lot about her while she was in there because she takes up a lot of the camera. So, and then the last one.
That's her behind me there.
And then the last one, go to that picture over here on the pole there. Go down, would be, nope, there we go. There we go. That's what we were talking about, bud.
Yeah, right?
So that's why that was why she was your pick.
Yeah.
She was on Britain's Got Talent, apparently. 15-stone pole dancer. Wow.
Can we see that video? Can you find the video of that? If you don't know who Dewdrop is, she is a professional women's athlete in the WWE wrestling division.
Yeah.
And she wears a unique outfit when she wrestles. It is not becoming of her body.
So 14 pounds is what a stone is.
Did you say 14 stone?
Yeah, that's going to take a calculator.
210. She weighs a lot more than that.
Well, it said 200. Didn't it say 14 stone pole? Oh.
No, it said
Well,
15 pole dancer. 15-stone pole dancer, Emma Haslam.
Well, maybe she's thicker now than she was in that, though. She's bulked up for the wrestling.
That's
so
a good outfit, though. She cut the sides for her gills.
I was gonna say, I think the sides cut themselves.
Yeah, I think she's got to be heavier than that now, but yeah.
For sure.
That's why I don't tuck in my shirt there. That's looking nice.
We're gonna get too distracted by her. Well, Skin Man is. We might have lost.
ahead of you.
We
I
might have
finished
lost him
twice.
for the rest of the show. So
He's in love.
go look up Dewdrop if you want to see how pretty she is on there. So, did you have any stories to start us off with before I get going?
Me?
You, and then we'll go to.
Fake news?
I don't know if any of that is actually
Okay.
heard. I put it up there for him though.
Let's see here. It's cold outside today, right?
It is a little chilly out today. I think the high was somewhere around 20.
So you would say maybe that you're freezing your ass off?
Yes.
A new pill will heat your blood for several hours in the most frigid of environments, which today would be that,
Yeah, I would.
that way.
I would try it.
Whoever this guy is, a Rice University bioengineer.
Just call him Jerry.
Jerry is working with DARPA on a non-genetic drug that can temporarily enhance a human body's resilience to extreme cold exposure.
What is it, like niacin?
Yeah.
That'll work.
The problem is that you turn into an alien afterwards. Turn into a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle afterwards.
I'm down.
I would do that.
I was going to
If there
say,
was a pill
if that
could
was
turn-
the worst side effect, oh, for sure.
Now, if you could turn into any Ninja Turtle character, Doesn't have to be a Ninja Turtle. It could be anybody from the Ninja Turtles. Who would you be?
Probably just be Casey Jones so I could stay a person.
No, you got to be a mutant.
Okay, then I'd be Leonardo because he's the
Okay.
leader.
What about you, Skin Man?
I was trying to think.
He'd be more of he'd be a shredder guy.
I couldn't remember.
Give him
which one
knives on his
was,
hands.
Bebop and which one was Rocksteady.
Oh.
Bebop's a pig. I'd like to be Rocksteady.
I was gonna say is Rocksteady he's the
Rocksteady's
the Rhino.
The
The
Rhino.
Rhino. Yeah, sign
Then
me up for Rock.
Yeah, he was my
I'd-
favorite.
Bebop and Rocksteady are my favorite, so I'd be Bebop.
Right.
That'd be pretty cool.
Well, I'm still your leader though because I'm Leonardo.
Well, but we're bad guys.
Well, then I'm fucking you guys up because I'm Leonardo.
Our leader is Shredder. We go with the foot.
All right. Well,
anyway,
you guys are both villains, so it makes
Yeah.
sense.
These drugs are planned to deploy a new screening method to find drugs capable of enhancing the cold adaptation response of brown tissue or brown fat, which regulates body temperature by breaking down blood sugar and other fat molecules in a process known as thermogenesis. One involves shivering, which all of us experience. If you're getting ill and you are developing a fever, you begin to shiver. And that shivering raises your body temperature. So what the hell? This drug is just going to make you shiver?
I was gonna say because I purposely do that to myself a lot. Like if I'm cold, I'm all of a sudden,
do you get, like-
and then all of a sudden it starts warming me up.
Do you ever get
But I think it's because I flex up so bad too.
like when you get nervous about something, do you ever shiver?
Oh yeah,
I do too. I wonder what that means.
I don't know.
That you're upset?
I think you're overthinking it.
Yeah.
Like most people do.
So when you start shivering, which all of us experience, oh wait. The problem is that you lose dexterity and it's really unpleasant. The other type of thermogenesis involves BAT, which is capable of generating heat through a chemical reaction. He said non-shivering thermogenesis kicks in sooner but is not as efficient, so it cannot generate quite as much heat, at least not in humans.
See, I'll be honest with you. I would love to have a cold pill, and I'd probably use it and all that. But I'd rather have a hot pill. I think, like for when it's super hot out, that keeps you cool.
Ooh, yeah. See, I don't do heat.
Yeah, I'm not great with it. We got the killers out there on
Hound
attack
dogs are
mode.
upset.
Yeah, who knows? They're barking. There's new trucks out there, so they bark
Yeah.
at everything.
Well,
We've got the neighborhood guard dogs for the studio, and every time they're the worst guard dog. Well, maybe the best, but every time any vehicle, whether it's mine or not, shows up out here, they just bark at it all night.
good dogs, good dogs.
People, they just run from.
Okay. Do you boys know that there is a survival condo here in Kansas? You ever heard about that?
I did hear they were like some cleaned out bunk. It was like an
Yeah.
old missile
They're missile
bunker.
silo
Yeah,
bunkers.
because I seen where there was a guy that was. This guy wasn't doing a like emergency bunker. He was building like condos.
This
yeah.
is what this is.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, for the low price of $3 million, you can get a whole floor.
Dude, that's a 800 square foot apartment in
Nope.
New York.
Yeah, it's so.
No, I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there are two types of residential condos: a full floor layout and a half floor. The full floor layouts are approximately 820 square feet of living space, while the half is 900. The full floor you can have 6 to 10
1,800
people.
hopefully.
Yeah, 6 to 10 people in it, and 3 to 5 in the other one. So each one of these, let's see.
So I was pretty close though when I said an 800 square foot apartment.
Yeah.
in the
That
sky.
one's only $1.5 million.
Yeah.
1.5. Each resident.
We're
except
moving
for-
on down.
Yeah, moving on down
Moving on down
to a missile
to
silo.
the south side.
Yeah. So each residential unit is provisioned with a 5-year supply of freeze-dried, and dehydrated survival food per person. So if you get the 6 to 10,
How long can you store some freeze dried jerky? What would you think though? I mean, you guys are both jerky men. I'd like to know.
I'm a novice jerky.
I know you are, but I'm just thinking like, could you with your side business venture tap into this and start selling them some jerky for freeze dried jerky for storage bunkers?
I don't know. I can't get it to last more than 3 weeks.
Because you eat it all before
Yes.
then. But I'm talking.
Yeah.
So we need to take some, freeze dry it,
I guess if
seal
it was
it,
vacuum packed and everything.
hermetically,
dried.
hermetically seal it,
Yeah, it has to be super
and bury
sealed.
it in the ground somewhere, and see how long it lasts.
And then just check on it every.
6 months or so.
Pick it up every once in a while and try a piece.
Let's throw it up in the attic instead of in the. That might make more sense because I think it'll get eaten underground.
I think it'd be eaten in your attic.
That's true. I got a lot of mice living up there.
Yeah.
It's,
So what this
We'll
means?
put it in a safe.
you'd have more if you fed them.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So this
be safe,
high-quality
it's safe.
food that has a shelf life of more than 20 years is stored in special oxygen-free containers. That means
We need
that-
an oxygen-free container.
Yeah, that means that a full-floor residential unit has a 30-man-year supply of food, and a half-floor resident has 15 years worth of food.
How would you like to be the doorman in that place?
So what I heard is that this place,
I'll carry your stuff down.
if you look here, in this picture here,
Is that that's not really the front door,
no,
is
that's
it?
how you get in. Yeah,
Is that the garage? They open
Well,
it?
it goes in and then it goes down. But
I see something on top there. You'd think they'd have an easier entrance. No, not. You
Well,
can't
that-
scroll up. I'm talking about
that's not it. Well, that way you can drive. So like they sell packages with it. So that some of them
Get a
come
garage door opener.
No, it like comes with a like you can get like one of those badass like Hummer vehicles that are like with
But I want an electric one in mine.
armor and stuff, and they come pick you up. But what it doesn't, that they have guards and everything out there, but those guards don't have a space in there. So I would think like when it push comes to shove, those guys with the ARs and stuff out
They come
front,
into your apartment.
They're gonna come take your apartment. From
Yeah.
you.
Hey,
So-
we're gonna stay in here for a while.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stay here. So
Surely there's some sort of
that's, they said they don't got nothing.
They gotta
so-
have. They don't. Then how are they gonna guard me? That tower is coming up. That's their guard tower that you've seen out of the top of that.
Well, that's just that one little part. There.
I don't know what building that is though. Is that like the commissary maybe?
I don't know. It looks like
I don't want an entrance. See now
Gift
people.
shop.
so. It looks like right
Thanks
here.
for visiting our condos in the ground. That's your
got
storage
stuff, and then you know it has what do you call it? It says down here like that it can take.
I don't know if I want to be. I guess if you're in the center of the country, but I like how they showed flood as one of the scenarios, and I don't want to be underground when it floods.
Here we go. The air supply for the entire facility is filtered by nuclear, biological, and chemical filters.
NBC, they're
Yeah.
a great company.
Yeah, that's the Peacock.
Yeah.
And the physical air intakes are protected by what is known as blast valves. Blast valves function to prevent an overpressured air wave created by nearby explosion from entering the facility and killing those inside. The facility has a 3-source primary plus 2 backups water supply and reservoir system that, anyways, it's going to last for, basically with no food or
Well,
water.
let's see if we can take up a donation between our listeners, our subscribers, our friends and family, and see if we can. I'd like to have that for one, we'll have it for us for a protection, but also it'd be a cool studio.
Oh, there's a pool and all kinds of shit in there.
Yeah, we looked at these one time when they were doing the layouts of them at work one day. We looked at that's why I know a couple things about it.
I'm not quite sure where it is here, though. It's here in Kansas.
It's got to be Western Kansas. My boss, that's what he used to do, is go decommission all the
Corey?
missile site. No,
The other
Phil.
one.
He used to go decommission all the missile silos in like Western Kansas, and there was some.
There's one out by Conway.
Yeah, that's what I say. There was one out somewhere by Belle Plaine.
I
And,
was going to say there's one north of Kingman.
yep. That's right. There's. I think he told me how many there was within like 15 miles of Wichita one time, or 20 miles or whatever. Because he again was part of the crew that decommissioned most
Here we
all
go.
of them. So
Glasgow, Kansas.
that sounds like a Western Kansas type place.
Oh, you sucker.
It's back to the
Sounds
same
like a
thing.
third world country.
I don't know. I just, I think in worst case scenarios, I don't know. I'll take it. I'll store all my goods there and all that. But the flood, that first picture you clicked on after the flood. Now I'm just thinking about, do I want to live underground in a flood?
South of Concordia.
I think what I want to do is now, I think I want to get on the Bezos wagon, and when shit hits the fan, I just get to fly up into that starship in the sky.
Yeah.
So.
Have you guys heard about that satellite that's in space that's been up there and they don't know where it came from, the Black Knight?
The big rock.
I'm sure it's the China one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're saying it's not from any.
Country.
Yeah, that's been up there forever.
Watching us, observing.
Yep.
Well, they've had people here. We've kind of known.
It's our creators, probably. Yeah.
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 I was getting ready to say that.
The ditch people,
Those,
but the fully evolved ditch people.
It's just Vince.
Yeah.
Just
Vince and his crew up there come down. They watch us from behind too.
Yeah.
So don't worry, you're good.
That's all. The only other story I had was New Mexico lawmakers are proposing a bill to chemically castrate pedophiles as parole condition.
I'm in on it. It's not going to go through. I think.
Be awesome.
Yeah, no, it'd be freaking awesome. I
And
think
then take their eyes.
there was some. I did, and I don't remember where I was. I meant to share the story. There's some country they either remove it or they give you like that's part of your deal. Like they watch you monitor. They give you this drug that will not let you. It's the opposite of Viagra. You couldn't if you wanted to type drugs. So I'm down with that. So Skin Man, you had a story or two for us from the not so good news files.
Yeah, we got some fake news over here in the corner.
It's real. It's real if you believe it's real. That's what I've said. It's only fake if you think it is.
It's a kidnap suspect released day he arrived at Nevada prison.
Okay. So he was
in Las Vegas, a man at the center of an intense police search in Oregon. I don't think they own a map.
No, that seems to be a little bit of a ways away.
In Oregon, after a violent kidnapping, was released from custody by Nevada prison on the same day he was transferred to the state's custody to serve a kidnapping sentence. Benjamin Anderson, 36, was charged with 5 felonies, including assault and battery, and faced decades in prison. It was too big. They couldn't come up with a number.
Decades, just decades. Well, usually on these stories, they don't. So I'm still well, I guess that's why the story is what it is.
A judge sentenced him to serve between 1 and 2.5 years in a state prison. That's not decades.
No.
Well, now we're getting to the decades. He was captured.
Decades and dog years.
Faked his own kidnapping, and then that's your punishment. So he
arrived at a prison intake facility, but was released on the same day because the judge had factored into Foster's punishment the 729 days he had spent in jail waiting trial. That means Anderson had served his minimum sentence behind bars
before he even got his trial,
but was a half year from serving the maximum time given by the judge.
That sounds like them guys that escape. Like, I was getting out next week, but
and then
I had to get home.
We just talked about
got married.
We just talked about that at work today. We had a guy that literally had a work release guy working for him, was a month from getting out, and just disappeared.
Isn't that what the guy did on Oh Brother Where Art Thou? He was like, I was supposed to get out next week.
Yeah, like, why'd you leave?
What I did, I'm not going to get out till I'm going to be 111 years old. Damn it, Elmer.
I'm a Dapper Dan man.
I don't want fop, goddammit.
I'm not.
Wash your mouth, young man. There's a public place.
There's women folks around.
Well, there we go. There's our new one. That's what we'll do next week. We'll just do the Oh Brother Where Art Thou podcast.
Oh, I could do that.
We could watch it.
Velocity. 2 weeks from everywhere.
I think this horse has turned bad.
Do you have the list that I had you pull up of quarterbacks for me?
I do have.
We have 2 list games we're going to play today because my old man, Skin Man of the Monday Morning Papers, is on here, and we like the lists.
Okay.
The first one we're going to play, and I don't know if he'll be the greatest help on this one. This will probably be more a me and you thing, and if we do have anybody on TikTok that does want to, or I haven't even looked at Facebook, or if anybody on Facebook wants to, but
Dude, the mailman just joined our thing.
Oh, man, Carl Malone?
Carl Malone, we love you, bro.
Oh, man. If you get stalked in Hornacek on here, I'm retiring today.
Carl Malone, didn't you have a kid with somebody that was 13 years old when you were in college?
That's allegedly.
Allegedly. And isn't he in the NFL now? Or was in the NFL or something like that?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So we started this last week, or we talked about it, but we're going to rank, to me, and mainly just because the Super Bowl ends up with probably the guy that's ended up number 1, I'm guessing, on TJ's list for sure. Not mine, probably, maybe. But we're going to rank the top 5 coolest quarterbacks, not best.
Coolest?
Yeah, not nothing. The coolest, like the just straight up cool, you know. And then we're also going to do the not coolest.
Oh, okay.
So, and we don't have to do that. We can do the not coolest next week, but you had a list of quarterbacks.
Yeah, I guess it's not going
to
roll like I want to.
That's all right.
Okay. So what do you want me to do?
Well, I wish there were a little bit better list, but I think it's just easy to do as far as if you know quarterbacks. So we're going to rank the,
who I think's the coolest quarterback.
Yeah. So like who would be?
I think Joe Burrow's.
Is he your number 1?
He's my number 1 coolest.
It may be easier to go that way.
And then do I say like who I think's the biggest douchebag?
Well, we'll do that in our
Oh.
not coolest
Okay.
list. I mean, you could give me your number one not coolest, I guess, now.
Mahomes.
He is not. He definitely best quarterback, not coolest. I mean, he would fall into that.
Yeah.
My number one, we talked about him a little bit, and that's I wanted him to be the Cowboys' backup. No, Gardner Minshew.
Oh, Gardner Minshew.
And you even said, well, how could it be him because he's an Eagle? Because I don't consider him an Eagle. I consider him a Jacksonville.
Figure you consider him a Washington State.
And honestly, if what's his name was still there, the Harvard stud, he would be my number one.
What's his name? The beard?
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now.
Fitzpatrick.
There we go, Ryan Fitzpatrick. He would be
Mhm.
my number one if we did like coolest of all time.
He'd
That's
be-
probably what we should have done, and then because then you've even got
You
like
could have some really cool
like
dudes.
Broadway Joe, and although he ended up being a weirdo.
Who do you think like quarterbacks that pulled the most ladies would be?
Oh, Don
Probably-
Meredith.
Who?
Don Meredith.
Don Meredith or Broadway Joe?
Yeah, he played for the Cowboys in 60 through 68.
And banged a lot of chicks.
Yeah.
All those guys. That was back before you knew about AIDS and you knew about like all that stuff that mattered.
Old-timey poontang.
I don't know
I don't really care for Tua.
as far as cool or as
Yeah, I
far
don't
as you
think
not
he's
liking him.
I don't think he's very cool.
See, that's where I was going to say my number one not cool is freaking Russell Wilson. He's
yeah,
like
Russell. I changed mine. Russell Wilson. Russell Westbrook. Put him down for me. Not cool.
He's definitely the not coolest. And I'll go with, so we'll just come up with one together. I'll give you Joe Burrow 1. Can you
Okay.
give me Minshew 2?
Yep.
All right. And then we'll move Mahomes to number 2 on not coolest.
Yep.
Um,
Number 3 coolest, Josh Allen.
he is cool. He's just a cool dude too.
Yeah.
And I mean, good quarterback, cool dude. I'll give you
Mhm.
that 3.
Roger Staubach.
Think he got a lot of talent.
Oh, yeah.
I'll guarantee he did before he
In the
went.
70s?
Especially
Yeah.
right before he went, because he was one of those guys that left the NFL and went to the service, and I'll guarantee he was getting some back then.
Oh yeah.
Number 3, I'm gonna write that Staubach as for top because he was cool back in the day before it was cool
He was cool before it was cool.
to be cool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he didn't even try to be cool. He was so cool. He was like that. He's like George Strait. You know,
Yeah.
the coolest dude in the world.
Brett Favre's pretty cool too.
Yeah, I'd put him up there, but he just did so much douchebag stuff after that he's kind of He was 5 years ago, he was probably my favorite quarterback of all time. Now I can't mention. I mean, while he played, still was. He just turns out to not be a good guy. Number 3, not coolest, Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
He is such a nerd. He's just not
Super
cool.
nerd.
And I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
I can write Dakota. That's what the guy at work calls him. I still want him to win, want him to do good. He's still our quarterback, but he's not cool.
I wouldn't think what's his name from the Seahawks would be very cool either. Do you think-
Geno Smith.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, he seems actually when he talks, he's not.
You know, okay. I would change my next coolest to Aaron Rodgers.
See,
Except for he's too.
he
little
falls
bit-
like he's that one that I don't think he can make the list because I think he could make both lists actually.
Yeah, like
You know
he
what I
could be
mean?
Kind of a DB sometimes.
Yeah,
but then
so I think
sometimes pretty cool.
that's what I
'Cause
said.
He's like almost a regular dude.
He for sure could be the guy that heads both lists and doesn't make either. So
you could tell he's
gonna-
from California.
I'm going to use my vote and take him off
Okay.
the list.
All right.
Because my vote for him was going to be on the not cool list.
Okay.
So we'll use that and we'll erase him off the list.
You know who would be cool? Mitch Trubisky.
I did like him, and he was
Yeah.
always cool to interview and all
Yeah.
that. We'll put him. I'll give him 4.
Yeah,
And because he's probably done starting in the NFL,
probably so.
and he's going to be a backup for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Not cool. Mac
Joe
Jones.
Montana.
Yeah. Kind
Mac
of
Jones is a dork.
Yeah.
Joe Montana's not cool.
I didn't like him when he played for the Chiefs because he was throwing these Olay passes into the third row.
Yeah, but he was 63 when the Chiefs picked him up. That's not
Put him on the
fair.
fucking bench.
That's
Put him
not
on the
fair.
bench.
This guy right here says Aikman not cool and fake Cowboys fan.
I like it. Are you saying I'm a fake Cowboys fan? No.
I don't know if he's saying that you're.
No,
a fake
I think
Cowboys
he's
fan.
agreeing with me that Aikman is. He's like the worst.
I don't think he even likes the Cowboys.
I don't
like
think
you
he
said.
does.
Yeah,
He's like
didn't you
the-
say that.
I think it's more of a he doesn't want him to be good without him type situation. Like if You know, I think he is happy every year when they get eliminated because
like,
he's
"Aw,
the last
man."
quarterback to win a Super Bowl for him. He's probably going to die as the last guy.
Yeah, I'd put Tony Romo on fucking cool.
Cool.
list. Yeah.
If we're doing of all time, we're not doing. I will put him on my all time though. He's definitely on my all time. Current coolest. I'd like. So my final two are going to come down to two young kids, and I'll let you debate me or not. I didn't like him until about halfway through the year. I've watched a couple interviews. Trevor Lawrence
Probably cool.
and Herbert.
Herbert's probably. I think both those dudes are probably cool.
Like they're both dudes I would want to hang out with, and
I tell you what, the different Herbert between a haircut and not a haircut makes a difference between an ugly dude and not ugly dude.
yeah. I'm
That's
gonna
crazy.
put Herbert on there over
Are they? Oh, so Herbert over.
Lawrence. I
Yeah.
think just because Lawrence seems not as unsure of himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of issues. So we're going. So who's our number 5? Not coolest.
Oh, the dork from the Jets.
I don't know though, because honestly, he's probably a pretty cool dude. I mean, he's a douchebag.
I mean, he's
But I'm
like-
talking about like, well,
He went to BYU.
yeah,
He has.
yeah, but
magic
he banged
underwear.
a lot of.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what
So
moves.
he
it.
didn't go on a mission or nothing, did he?
I don't think so.
So he's not really a Mormon.
He might, but he's not. I don't know. He's not as old as none of them.
That's true.
He's definitely. I don't know. It's hard to put a guy that could be on the
You know-
videos you watch on the not cool list.
You know who else is cool that we're missing? Jameis Winston's pretty cool.
Yeah, he is.
He's
yeah,
funny.
I do like him. I don't know, but he's also kind of a nerd. But yeah, I would have put him. We'll give him honorable mention.
Okay.
Who's
Man.
our? If we go, what would have been on my list that now he moved from? He would have been on this list if we'd have done it when he played. Was Eli Manning.
Yeah.
And
but
then
he's cool
now he would be on the other side of it. So, who else? Who's the last not cool? I don't like Pickett, but he's okay. He's actually probably a pretty cool dude.
probably cool.
You know who I'm? Cousins. He's a freaking nerd. He's a
Kirk
cool
Cou-
dude, but he's
yeah,
a
he's a
freaking
dork,
ner-
yeah.
he's a dork. He drives a minivan.
Yeah.
That's our number 5.
Okay.
Who's your all-time dork? You got another one, or did you name what you knew, or not cool quarterback?
Oh, I just didn't like Joe Montana.
All right.
Joe Montoya.
Joe Montoya. All right. Well, I should have had it. I should have gave you guys options better. I didn't know how that would go, but we got a list. We'll work on it. I had one more for you guys, and I have some pictures to bring up so he can see them. You won't need to see
I
them.
don't need to see him.
We're going to play a
I
game.
hope it's Dewdrop.
I should have. Next,
saying.
we'll have him on there next. I don't have her on the list for you. We're going to play a game that we invented. It's very similar to F, Marry, Kill.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you can say it on here. They do fuck, Marry, Kill on TikTok all the
Well,
time.
we'll find out.
Let's see if we get kicked off now. Of course, they don't do it on live.
R.I.P. TikTok live
Yeah.
feed.
See you later. So what we do is called Smash, Ring, or Wrestle. Smash is who you're gonna smash. Ring is who you're gonna ring. And Wrestle, in our version of Wrestle, is the version of Kill. So it's
Yeah.
Wrestle to the death. So, for you, we'll start with TJ. Your first 3 are Sasha Banks, Ronda Rousey, Stephanie. And okay, also the twist on this. Ring is the common marriage. You get to one time with them, and then you never get to again, just like everybody else that's married.
That's not how my marriage works.
Okay, you get the plus 5 years marriage
Okay.
with them. So it's Sasha Banks, Ronda Rousey, Stephanie McMahon. To me, this is a
Stephanie McMahon, ring.
definitely money.
Yeah.
Take care of me, baby.
Smash Ronda Rousey. Wrestle Sasha Banks.
Okay. Here, do you know what you know who Ronda Rousey is, correct? And you know who Stephanie McMahon is.
Yeah.
This is if she'll come up. Damn it, not a very good picture.
It's not Sasha Banks anymore.
What is it now?
Something Monet. But yes, we know who you're talking about.
I can't get the picture to get bigger. Come sneak down here so you can see the picture. It's on my computer. It, for some reason, saved real small.
Here.
Oh, there you go. There you go, right up there.
That's Sasha Banks.
Okay.
Okay, Smash Ring Wrestle. Sasha Banks, Stephanie McMahon, Ronda Rousey. Who you smashing?
He's froze
Trying
up.
to figure
Go
out
restart
who that
his
is.
computer. This is Sasha.
That's Sasha
Yeah,
Banks.
Sasha will. We'll smash her.
'Kay.
I'll ring Rousey, and then
You're wrestling Stephanie McMahon?
wrestle Stephanie. Yes.
All right, I'm going to ring Stephanie McMahon. I'm going to wrestle Rousey. And I am going to smash Sasha Banks.
Yep. Let's see her.
I got the last one that I have pulled up for you guys, and then if you have one for us. And this one's more for TJ, and you'll have to bring these pictures up for him
Okay.
too.
Go ahead.
Becky Lynch,
Okay.
Rhea Ripley, Bailey.
And that's just a shot after the other night, isn't it? Okay. So this is Becky Lynch,
There's Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Rhea Ripley.
That's Rhea Ripley.
But
I was going to use, I had saved a pretty good one, but then I saved a
okay,
real bad
and
one.
Who is my last one? Bailey.
Bailey.
Okay.
Boy, there were some bad ones of her.
Yeah.
If you just type in
Is
WWE
that
Bailey.
there?
No, that one is Rhea.
That's
That is not Bailey.
that's Bailey.
These are his top 3 girls in wrestling.
No, I
They're
don't
not
say that,
really,
but
but they are
okay.
3 of his top. She's got your little belly you would like, and she does have a little bit of a dump truck on her.
She has a lot of a dump.
She does have a pretty good dump truck.
I would
Yeah.
wrestle Rhea. Ring Becky Lynch and smash Bailey.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wrestle Bailey.
Okay.
No, Ripley. Wrestle Ripley.
Okay.
And then ring Banks. And then smash. What was the third?
It's Becky Lynch and Bailey. So this is Becky right here, and this is Bailey. Those are your 2
Left.
options.
You're ringing and you're ringing
smashing.
and smashing.
Well, I'll smash that one and then ring the other one.
Okay.
All right.
And
So he's gonna smash Bailey and marry Becky. Ring Becky.
I'm going to wrestle Becky. I'm going to smash Rhea
Ooh.
because I think she would probably be the best smash because it would be 2 dudes smashing and 2 dudes no. And then I'm going to marry Bailey. And I only did that one to her. I probably would I would probably ring Becky of the 3 of them.
The only
for
thing
sure.
about here's 2 things. Becky is from Ireland.
Yeah.
So you got to deal with that.
I like that though. See, I like that
you find that
accent.
attractive?
I do. I dig that. I like that dirty talk.
So she's like, "Hello, I'm Becky Lynch.
Hey, baby, let me blow you. Oh,
I'm
man.
from Ireland
And South Africa.
and South Africa, and I'm from Australia.
Good, all of them at once.
Good day."
Did you have anybody for that? Or did you bring anybody up for it?
I didn't, but
That's fine. That was one of my favorite. I kind of cut at a weird part. I ended at that one on the interview or on one of them, but I then cut where I went to the horrible spot. So,
apparently my wife's listening. Stay there. Don't come home.
hey, listen, girl. I'm the one that brought this on. He did not in any way talk about any girl. This is my game.
Yeah,
This is my game. He has to play it.
yeah.
And plus, no, he's coming home.
This is show business.
You're not punishing me by making him stay here.
I mean, I could sleep on Casey's couch out here, but why is my wife so mean?
I don't know. I have a good question, and she maybe while she's listening can help this. Can you get crabs from somebody that you work with and not being sexually active?
It depends
Asking-
on if you wipe down the pole or not.
That's what I was going to like. I used to always have this fear because there was a coworker that we had herpes, okay? And he rode in the truck with me and he did that. And it used to freak me out. Like, man, I don't even want to, he went in the toilet. He's like, oh, I just went and pooped. I'm like, man, I got to go poop, but I'm not going to.
Are you scared you can catch it?
Yeah, I don't know if you can, but could you say a person was sitting in a cloth seat like this, okay?
I don't think so.
And then I go sit in that cloth seat out. I'm just no. I don't know. We need a doctor's.
I don't know. Here, you know what we can do to make this
The only
better?
reason, so it was like a girl. I seen her walk around scratching, and I had to fix her computer.
Maybe she just
No, I know, but listen,
shaved.
hold on. You're right, but I had to fix her computer, so I sat in her seat the rest of the day.
You're itchy.
Yeah, I never found any, and I burned all of it off, so we don't know. I did like you're supposed to. Burned them one at a time. Was waiting for them to run out in case there were any. I wanted to see them
Stab one out of his
well, yeah, like the Forest Stone's on fire. They run out the other side of it. It's what I set it on one side, thought that they would come running out, and didn't work.
Yeah. I was just thinking, How about we just do this for my little crybaby wife?
Okay.
Do a guy's one for her.
For her?
Yeah.
Well, are we gonna do? She knows wrestlers, so I guess.
Just give her 3. Make one
There's
of them.
Keith down at Quick Trip.
Well, here I got one for you. Smash Ring Wrestle. TJ KC Skin Man.
There you go, Sarah. Come up with that one. There you go. I'm betting I'm on the kill right now. I'm on the wrestle one. All right, Sarah. How about Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, I like
How
that.
about
Or
kick
Miz.
Cody out and Sammy? Let's put Sammy.
Nah,
in
put
there.
Miz in there because
Miz?
Sammy makes it too easy to kill somebody. Although he's likable, I don't think he makes the list.
Okay, Sarah. So, what are we saying? Roman, Seth, and who?
And Miz.
And Miz.
Well, those are 3 your
Put
favorite.
Put your answers on. I think she might have stopped listening to this. So
That happens. If you're listening on Twitter and you want to, somebody shared us.
yeah.
If you listen on Twitter and you have an opinion on any of the ones we've did, but mainly the guys for TJ, no.
Okay.
The
so we
last,
get-
you guys ready to go move on to the last list?
yeah. Do you want me to pull it up?
Yeah, bring your list up. This was one. We're going to vote on the most universally liked people list. So we have 3 people here, so this gives us a deciding vote on each one, so it makes it easier. And play along on TikTok, play along on Facebook. If we don't catch you, we'll go back, comment, catch it all.
Look at that.
What's that?
We got 2.7K likes.
Heck yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
It's a good, and we haven't got kicked off yet, so it's freaky.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you do want to Google this list so you can see it, go ahead. But this is the most universally liked people bracket by Barstool. And we're going to start in the what we'll call the upper left division.
Okay.
And
1 versus 16.
yes. Who do we have 1 versus 16?
We got Bob Ross versus The Rock.
This is going to be so this is why this is the main reason I want to Skin Man here tonight.
Yep.
Because we had to kill one of these, and we were never going to let this happen.
Yep.
Because we know who you're picking,
Yep.
and we know
Whoa, what is that?
who I'm picking.
Where do you get that at?
I got my Bob Ross energy drink up here.
Have you ever had it?
I did drink one of them, not the greatest.
Yeah.
And I got my Bob Ross bobblehead talking guy up here. So
Okay.
he doesn't sound very good. So
No, he doesn't.
in number 1 verse 16, you got The Rock. I've got Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
That's a rough start.
So I'm going to just go ahead and cross them off here.
Okay.
Naughty Jungle of Love, The Rock out. Keanu Reeves versus Mr. Rogers.
I'm Keanu.
8 and 9. I'll take.
It's a hard one because Rogers
take
is
Keanu.
Rogers is a big part of our show, but Keanu's just the coolest dude. Who you got?
Mr. Rogers.
All right, we're still killing him off, but Keanu.
Alex Trebek and Jamie Foxx.
I can't do bad by him, and I spent too much of my childhood watching him in the daytime growing up. Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Who was yours going to be?
I would say Jamie Foxx too. So Alex Trebek. I mean, he's already gone anyway. So.
All right, Dolly
Parton and Robin Williams.
Oh man, I have. Which one have you masturbated to more?
No, Robin Williams.
I'd take Robin Williams as well.
Was that your pick, or was that who you masturbated more to?
Both.
Okay,
use
I'm
the
also
next
picking
time.
Robin Williams.
So long, Dolly.
All right, now we're moving up to the upper right division.
Shaq and Paul Rudd.
Man, that is a hard one because Paul Rudd is on. I'm going with Paul Rudd, man.
I'd take Shaq.
Paul Rudd.
Okay.
I needed that one. Paul Rudd's he's part of 3 of my favorite movies, dude.
What would that be?
Anchorman, 40-Year-Old Virgin, and freaking what's the other one? He's the
Clueless.
No, well he's
Ant-Man.
no, he's
Ant-Man.
no one
My
where
idiot brother-in-law.
no. There we go. No, there's one where he's married to it's got Seth Rogen in it and
Oh, you're talking
Knocked
about
Up or whatever
Knocked
it
Up,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's This Is 40.
That's why I
and,
said he's good in all those.
Same one. Steve Martin and Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk.
Steve Martin.
You
I
get
like
to kill somebody else?
I like Steve Martin.
Okay, that's okay. You get to kill one off. It's a vote. This one's easy for me, but Steve Irwin and Black Jack.
Steve
or Jack
Irwin.
Black.
Hello, mate. I'm Steve Irwin.
I'm South African.
I got killed by a stingray.
Well, that makes that easy for me. I'm going Jack Black just because Tenacious D, again, too much part of my life. Who's your vote? That's okay.
I like Jack Black.
All right. Who was yours?
Steve Irwin.
All right. Well,
Sorry, Steve.
you're already gone. We're
Nice
just
knowing
saying-
you, bloke.
And this one's also easy for me.
Yeah, easy.
Danny DeVito.
Easy.
All right. So we're by Brandon. And I like Brandon Fraser. Great guy. Just bad first round matchup, man.
Yeah, that's.
If
I
I'm
mean,
honest.
I mean, Danny DeVito's not a good
And
matchup
honestly-
for anybody.
And honestly, The Rock should have been up there. Let's go ahead and move on to the next round. Let's just get this knocked out
Okay.
while we got somebody.
So we got.
Go back up. Yeah, so we got Bob Ross versus Keanu Reeves. My vote goes Bob Ross again.
Same.
Okay.
By
So-
Keanu.
Yep.
You just cut him off the list and we'll know.
Okay.
Jamie. Oh, I guess we can do
Yeah.
that.
No, it'd be this way.
Jamie Foxx versus Robin Williams.
Yep.
I'm
Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
I'm going Robin Williams. Jamie,
Tiebreaker.
I say Robin Williams too.
all right, that's why we have three of us. All right. And if you're playing and we're not getting it, sorry,
Okay.
we're moving here. Paul Rudd versus Steve Martin.
I say Steve Martin. That's easy for me.
Yeah. Same.
Well, then I don't even got to vote,
Yep.
but I'll vote with you, Steve Martin.
Okay. Jack Black and Danny DeVito.
Hi, Jack. Danny
Yeah.
DeVito.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even. I mean,
I don't
that's-
know what was yours.
Yeah. I mean, it's like.
All right,
okay.
so now we're down to the
Final four.
Yeah, we're down to the final four. Bob Ross. Are we
versus-
gonna?
One versus a 13 seed here.
Man.
Bob Ross and Robin Williams.
Robin Williams did. He fought hard. He got a good first round draw, and I'll be honest, he got a pretty damn good second round draw.
Yeah.
Robin was hanging in there.
He was until this round when I
He-
voted for Bob Ross.
You know,
Yeah, Bob Ross.
he did hang in there for a while until
I
he
know
just
that.
got
He
killed
got
off,
it. He
so-
got it.
Yep.
Well, keep hanging out. You're out, Robin.
Yeah.
That probably did get us kicked.
So Bob Ross in the championship.
Versus either Steve Martin or Danny DeVito.
That is a really hard matchup here.
Oh, now it's getting difficult. Yeah.
You know, the only thing I really liked,
Can I
Steve.
when you think about now, you're coming Danny DeVito from Always Sunny, right?
No, twins.
Or-
There's a lot of stuff
When
I
I
like
think
him
of
in.
Danny DeVito, I think of Matilda and I think of Twins.
And I think of that Little House of Horrors. I think of he's also in what's the freaking damn it.
Jersey Mike's.
Oh, kill
sub
freaking-
commercials.
Yeah.
You want to go
No,
eat there?
kill Smoochie. Death to Smoochie is a freaking awesome movie if you haven't seen it.
I don't think I've ever seen.
Oh,
that.
dude, it's got
Oh, it's so sick and wrong.
it's got God dang it.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, but
I guess I've never seen that.
oh man,
I have to look it up.
it's like a Barney. It's two characters that were like Barney. That's one you'll like it.
Okay.
Oh, and then
There's see, I get that's weird. You're the movie guy, and I just gave
Ed
you
Norton?
a movie. Yeah, Ed Norton is in it. He's the
I'll
other
have to-
one. He's the new Barney, and Danny DeVito's the original Barney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think I've seen that before, but or at least I know what you're talking about.
it was out around. It reminded. It was like seems like it was made by the same director that made that. What was the Toys one with Robin Williams?
Okay.
How it was
Best in
shot.
Show.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
Man,
what it's called.
Best in Show.
I'm gonna go with Steve Martin.
I'm going Danny DeVito.
Tiebreaker,
He's my
skin
favorite.
man.
He's on literally my favorite TV show in the world, Always Sunny. So that also.
Yeah, I've watched a lot more Danny DeVito than I have.
Okay, so Danny DeVito versus Bob Ross.
God dang! I don't even want to vote now.
I'm gonna go vote Danny DeVito.
Me too.
I'll make it easy. That's all right. Bye, Bob. I that doesn't hurt me.
So in the world's universally most liked people, the number 2 seed out of the East bracket is Danny DeVito.
He got a great draw too. He ended up, he had to kill off Steve Martin. He had to kill off Jack Black. He had to kill off Brandon Fraser. He ended up killing, the best painter of all time. Was that you that was talking to me
Yeah.
about that with
Yeah.
Bob Ross hiding all of his paintings were places he hid bodies? He was a serial killer.
Yeah.
I knew you'd like that one.
Because he'd always put a little. This tree needs a friend right over here.
Yeah, he's got one there.
It's a dead body underneath the roots.
What else you guys got? Got anything? We're got a little bit longer if we want to go. I had
Here we go. Oh, it's a YouTube video.
of what?
Bob Ross
Oh.
was actually a serial killer that painted where he buried his victims. His paintings are becoming suspicious and the body count is rising.
How long ago was that? Because there was also, I heard somebody said he's really still alive. Oh, that's 6 years ago.
This is also on like Reddit or
Yeah,
something
the
like
fake
that,
Reddit.
yeah. Here we go. Let's see some of these comments.
I hate you. I can't
The
believe you.
latest episode was starting. Bob came out and screamed like he always did. The smile he gave the world once seemed carefree and kindly to him, but Mark could only now see the inner smugness in his teeth, the way his eyes shifted around in their sockets, in the glee of somebody getting away with murder.
He would, dude. That would be how badass of a movie would that be, though?
Yeah.
The shifty-eyed painter.
Speaking of badass movies, did you see that the Bear on Coke movie?
I don't know if it's
Cocaine
badass.
Bear?
It looks like it's like a machete or a
Yeah.
whatever those are. What's that other one? The fast one or whatever.
Yeah,
And
so what they doing? They're dropping Coke out of the for drug deals, and the bear got into it.
I
Now
guess
he just loves the Coke and he won't give it up.
and he's killing everybody
Yeah.
to get it and laying
Yeah.
on people. So maybe we'll do we'll pirate it and we'll do a screening of it.
We'll get the boy out here to get it going for
Yeah,
us,
and then we'll
watch
do
it.
a screening of it. Do you have anything else, Skin Man?
I do.
What do you got, buddy?
It's a fully clothed bathing burglar found in Seattle bathroom.
This is how so this is why me and Skin Man get along, okay? In my 3 stories, just so we know,
That was in there?
break in and bathe was one of my thing. Fully clothed burglar found bathing in Seattle bathroom.
Wow.
So that's what we're real quick, since he's got that one pulled up, and we do 3 stories. 11-year senior. Sorry for losing my radioactive device, and break in and bathe. We're going with break in and bathe. What is she saying now?
Nothing.
I'm going to kick you both off here.
I just told her she's ridiculous.
Well, you're ridiculous because you're doing a show and you're worried about her.
I know.
All right. What do we got, buddy? Seattle, Washington.
A man suspected of breaking into a Seattle home has refused to come clean about his interactions, even though police found him fully clothed in a bathtub filled with water.
So he was pretty clean.
Well, he's in clothes. Could you ever get
Not if
clean
he
with
shat
clothes on?
himself.
Yeah, exactly.
As clean as you can with
I mean,
clothes.
that's how Conrad he washes his clothes and bathes at the same time, but it's a pants full of poop. It's not clean.
It's
Called
poop
the brown
pants.
wall.
Yeah, it's called a brown wash.
Brown wash.
A woman returned to her home to find a window smashed and an unknown man inside the house, according to the Seattle Police Department. She remained outside the home and called police. Upon their arrival, officers instructed anyone inside to come out. When they got no reply,
real fast.
they went to search the home and found a suspect in the bathroom. The man was clothed but very wet, and the bathtub was full of water. The 27-year-old man was arrested for residential burglary and refused to explain his actions. Not a crime.
Did he have? I was gonna say, is burglary? So it's breaking and entering and burglary. Is burglary actually the act of thieving, or is that theft? Is burglary the breaking and entering part?
Those are two separate.
Yeah. It's like when you say.
So if I just break into somebody's house but I don't steal anything, is that burglary?
Well, that's just breaking.
That's
and
just
entering.
breaking and entering.
But like burglary is when you steal something without taking it forcefully from something. Robbery is when you take it forcefully from something.
Okay.
So
somebody so people have been doing this for years. People get their house broken into and they say we've been robbed.
yeah, no,
No, they haven't.
burglarized.
They've been burglarized.
Yep.
Sons
As
of
long as
bitches.
Nobody took it from you with force.
Well, it depends if it was a tight couch and they had a squeeze.
So
if they had
a
a
cop
squeeze,
shows up, it's like, this is a false police report. I'm locking you up for this is a burglary, not a robbery.
I just want to say, but is it a robbery if they had to force a couch through the door?
Well, I think it's only if they forcefully physically take it from you, like from your
All
possessions.
right, all right.
Officer, please don't turn this burglary into a rape.
Please no.
Yeah, the 27-year-old man was arrested for, residential burglary, which is false, and refused to explain his actions.
No, that'd be correct. Residential burglary.
But it was just breaking and entering. He didn't. Well, I guess he stole the water out of the tub.
Yep. You can't.
I was to say, I guess if you do that's true. And where this is Seattle, oh my God, that's probably $30 a bathtub, man.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, you'd think water would be cheap in Seattle. It rains all the time. Plus,
the ocean's right there.
Yeah, it's right there. People take saltwater baths in Seattle.
Well,
That's what I call it when I pee in the tub.
that one did strike my interest because it was just fully closed burglar found in the bathtub. I mean, oh, sorry, I'll be done in a minute. Well, I appreciate. Do you have anything else?
Oh, just
You need to talk to your wife some more? Or?
no. I was just. No, I didn't. I was gonna ask Skidman if he knew any wives' tales or anything like that.
Oh, you got one? Oh, that's true. Did you have any wives' tales or anything growing up?
What was it? If you get a sty in your eye, it's because you were peeing in the road.
Peeing in the road?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely a unique one. I've definitely never heard that one.
I had one that I heard growing up from my uncle on my mom's side of the family. My mom's sister married a guy from Korea. And his name was Uncle Joe. I mean, he probably had some kind of other Korean name, but we only knew him as Uncle Joe. But Uncle Joe used to just always have something to say about something. He'd be like, one of his main things he would always say, he'd be like, if you sit too close to the TV, somebody you know gonna die. And I would be like, Uncle Joe, what do you mean who's gonna die? He'd go, you sit too close to TV, so your grandpa gonna die. I said, Uncle Joe, my grandpa's already dead. He goes, because you sit too close to TV. Your fault. And, as a little kid, that'd make you feel like shit.
That's back in 87.
Yeah, and I was like, Uncle Joe, I'm only 5 years old, so... I kept sitting close to the TV, and I didn't have an Uncle Joe no more after that, so...
But I thought it was people close to you that you love.
He didn't say people, he just said people that you're close to.
Okay.
So,
well,
yeah.
So you go make sure, hey, Uncle Joe, come in here and sit in the room with me and watch TV.
I said, hey, Uncle Joe.
Was that like the summer that your was that like the summer
that was middle school?
Was that like the summer that your babysitter molested you?
No, that never happened.
Was that like the summer that your babysitter brutally molested you?
No, that never happened.
Was that like the summer every day for a summer where your special ed babysitter brutally molested you every day?
No, I think you're thinking of something else.
Okay, I was just wondering. I didn't know if that was the same summer.
He used to have all kinds of like crazy shit. Some stuff we can't really talk about.
You say brutal. Are you sure you don't mean vigorous?
A mix of both.
Brutally vigorous.
Brutally vigorous. Skin Man, what do you think, buddy? How was the show?
Oh, I enjoyed it.
You gonna come back?
Oh, yeah.
All right. We appreciate having Skin Man. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. It was
false and fake and never happened.
It was different. We did a show Saturday. It was, it was like we even debated. It was 1 o'clock. We decided to do a show today, and we said, you know what?
Yeah, because I was actually really kind of in my head. I thought we weren't going to do one, and then.
Well, my wife had said something yesterday. I said, I'm not going to say nothing to TJ. I'm going to let him decide this week.
Yeah.
I got a studio out here, and I'm always willing to talk.
Yep.
I just need to decide who wants to come over here and do it with me. So it was fun having Skin Man back. I enjoyed it. We'll work on some repertoire between the three of us, some menage a trois.
Oh, that sounds
dirty. No. We appreciate it. TikTok we made. This is literally, and I don't know if it's
the longest.
This is literally the first time we've made a full live episode. We've done some, live while they watch some games and stuff, but we didn't offend anybody. Appreciate anybody that listened. Facebook, sorry we didn't pay attention to you today. We appreciate you as always.
I'd like to thank all the lady listeners that tuned in.
Yeah,
we did. We had Jenny Lynn was our number one viewer on.
Sounds like it.
On it, so we appreciate it, man. We'll be back. I'm thinking I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I was thinking I was gonna sit out here for the K-State game tomorrow and go live on TikTok or possibly try Clapper.
There we go.
Bye, everybody.
I will eat your ass. I'm here to date your 6-year-old. What do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that?